Let's not forget that small detail in all this. Drunken despot.
Right,
My apartment on Caldwell's Bridge is as I left it.
well, no. Yeah, so what I need to do is
When this
get
is
those
over,
bone
I
charms.
might visit the Academy of Natural Philosophy and
To get
shock
those
them
bone
all.
charms, I need to steal Megan's key. Also, I was really hoping for some Admire solution to get my mana back up to health. Please tell me there's some just lying around. Aha! No, that's the one I needed. Stealth coating for my coat.
I'm still aboard this creaking thing that Megan calls a boat. And Tom Sokolov, once the designer of mighty ships, thrown against the malevolent ocean and large enough to heave the great leviathans aboard, thrashing and spilling their life's blood across the decks. Majestic ships, swift with luxurious.
Absolutely. Right, where is Megan? She's on deck, I think. I should just check downstairs first. Anything useful? Yeah, there's no way to sneak into Megan's cabinet. Getting her key is literally the only way. Hello, viewer! Woo! Some props, please. Mana potions, anyone? No. Wait. It's in the bucket. Okay, nothing. Maybe I should... If I make a rat feast, bone charm, then I can eat the white rats. They're so fiddly to catch. Megan's just angsty. That's what we do. And there you go, the final reveal, if you hadn't already guessed. Letter to Billy Lurk from Megan Foster. Not that that name means anything to Corvo, of course.
There you
Or
are.
Emily.
I wanted a chance to talk.
Uh-huh.
Megan.
People have called me that for a long time, but it's a lie. My name is Billy Lurk.
Everyone's full of secrets. Why do
Yeah,
I feel
Emmy's
like
like,
you've got more to say?
Why should I care?
Yeah. I can't believe I'm telling you this, but you deserve the truth. I'll just say it. 15 years ago, I ran with a mercenary gang. We got paid to kill people. Some who deserved it, some who didn't. The boss pulled me up from the Dunwall slums when I had nothing and had run out of rope. This is hard to admit.
Whatever it is, spit it out.
Our leader
Come on,
was the
Emily.
assassin Dowd, and I was part of the crew. Our last big job together, we were paid to...
You helped Dowd kill my mother?
Yes. I don't know what else to say. I've lived a very long time wishing I could take that day back, but I can't.
Angst. Yeah, so we get to... It's basically, I think, the only time you get a conversation option that's not, like, you know, murder, yes or no. I can forgive her, so there we go.
I can't ever forgive you for what you did.
Or, you know,
But
not forgive
suffering
her.
has a way of twisting people.
Corvo's a
You're a
lot
different
kinder.
woman today than you were then.
Yeah, we've all been hurt. But not all of us did what I did, or became what Delilah became. I know
Delilah
you'll
had
never
nothing
get
to do
over
with
it. but neither will I.
I hope not. Goodbye, Billy. I'm taking the skiff, and I'll go alone from here.
Yeah, Corvo's like a lot more sympathetic, really. Just in terms of like understanding where and how Billy could have gone wrong, you know. Or appreciating that just because you do bad things once upon a time in your life doesn't mean that you're a bad person. Emily is young and full of absolutes. Right, but the point is I pickpocketed Megan's keys, so we can get in here. A little shrine to the boy, as well as crimes of heresy. I still haven't got strong arms. That is absolutely incredible. It's the worst
No
bow
one
jump
will
I've
ever
had.
know exactly what it took to save Emily Caldwin from a living death as Delilah's puppet. No one except the outsider, who watches everything and thinks his own dark thoughts and speaks to few in any generation. I've learned that our choices always matter. To someone. Somewhere. And sooner or later, in ways we can't always fathom, the consequences come back to us. I came from Serkonos to Dunwall as a boy. Made my living as a killer. One of the few who've heard the outsider's voice. I murdered an Empress, but saved her daughter, who will one day rule the Empire. Those were my choices. I'm ready for what comes.
Yeah, that's just the epilogue from Dad's second DLC, The Brickmore Witches. Because what comes is then Corvo coming to, you know, fight to the death, but Corvo canonically lets him live, because he is also a sucker for Dad's sad voice. Love that sad, sad boy. No, nothing useful. Right, yes, so now finally the map of Karnaca has been overlaid with the map of Dunwall, because we are home, home sweet home. What is Delilah working on?
Jessamine and I played parlor games in Dunwall Tower. She cheated every time.
Like, the fact that, you know, Delilah now is in the heart and therefore has a certain degree of, you know, omniscience and power as provided to her by the outsider, by, you know, existing as a weird spirit entity. You're kind of supposed to, I guess, trust the heart in terms of what it says about, you know, stuff. Like, you always assume that Jessamine's, like, things she has to say are correct, so, you know, maybe Delilah's right, and actually, you know, Jessamine wasn't all that great when she was a kid. You know, kids are stupid, so whatever. But
Jessamine is gone at last, faded into nothing.
she doesn't
Her reward is peace.
tell us.
You will never gain back what you lost here.
Yeah, unlike Jessamine, she doesn't have like targeted things to say about specific people, I don't think, which is a bit sad.
It was 1831. He came to her, to me, to us. Said we could change it all and make the world right.
I mean, right is some kind of... Yeah, so 1831 is 20 years ago. Or 22 years ago by the point of this game. So that's Delilah reminiscing about getting her mark from the outsider. Anyway.
Home at last.
Absolutely.
It feels like another lifetime living in the tower.
I do love this map. It's interesting. So this is the carriage route that we see in the first game that comes... Actually, this bridge is broken by the time it gets to the first game. Presumably it's been repaired now. Wait, no. Not that bridge. This is the bridge I was thinking about. Yep, so it's shown as broken. Fair enough. Yeah, no, that's not right. Huh. I swear there's a carriage route that comes up the road that you... Oh god, I need to refresh myself and play the first game again. And here's the... yes, the carriage route in and out of the flooded district. That we do know. We definitely see that in... yeah. Huh. It's nice though that it is like the level of a street map in terms of detail and stuff. That you can make up all sorts of stuff. Like here there are docks obviously, but these must be like yards or warehouses or something. And... also, the fact that Coldridge is right next to the tower where the Empress lives is really hilarious to me. Like obviously it makes for a very convenient escape and whatever, and you know, having them next to each other helps in level design, but like, if you were the Empress, why would you want to live next to a high security prison? Oh, that's so weird. Anyway, he's not going to tell me about the painting, he's just going to give me my briefing.
You know where to go to find Delilah, but how will you handle her? It's my hope that you have some sort of plan.
We don't do plans
it could
in
be
this
tricky.
house. A wing
She
and a
might
prayer
not
is
give
what
me
we've
any
got.
choice but to fight. And Delilah deserves whatever she gets.
At my age, I've come to distrust words like deserve. As I've told you, I knew her long ago. Badly wounded, deep at her center, but cunning, and looking for a way to pull herself up. Perhaps more than anything, Delilah had a talent for imagining the world as a better place.
Better,
If only
different,
that could have been
not
channeled
necessarily
towards
better.
something less twisted.
It's probably too late to dwell on regrets.
Yes, you're right. In any case, please watch yourself. I've come to care a great deal about you.
What did it come to? Like, he wasn't my
Goodbye.
tutor for my whole childhood. Can't inspect the painting. Sad. Right, what I do need to do. Hello! You've not missed much. I have had my conversation with Megan. She's like, oh, I was the one who helped kill your mother. Angst, angst, angst. But more importantly, I got her bone charms out of her room because we finally got the key. Which is good, but that means I need to do some bone charm crafting. Climbing speed. Oh yeah, a bit of blood. Well, that's completely useless to me by this point. Okay. Absolutely. So exciting. I'm gonna work out what I'm going to need because obviously we're back in Dunwall now, so we're mostly up against, actually almost completely up against witches. There are gravehounds, witch dogs, and there's a couple of clockwork soldiers, but pretty much everything else is witches. So let's make a nice anti-witch one. Stumbling off balance after relocating. And deep grave. Chance that gravehounds don't spawn properly. I could just put all 4 of those on. What else might be useful? Howling bolts with a larger radius, because I do have the upgrade to my howling bolts that makes them work against witches better, or whatever. Right, okay. Let's start with that anyway. Because the witches have got a little kind of blink power of their own, obviously. Lung capacity I'm not going to need. There's not a good major swimming segment in this level. Faster mana regeneration would be very good. do elixirs, give you more mana, and max out Void Favor. I've got 3 Void Favor and a different Void Charm, so I think the 4th one might be useful. Okay, how's that to start with? Right, what have we got? Probably don't need Undertaker. I mean, Wolfhound's not being able to smell me does count on the Gravehounds, which is definitely going to be necessary. Regaining health through Shadow Walk is very situational. I probably don't need that. This is an anti-witch one. And extra mana buffs one. I just had a thought about something that would be good to have, and now I've completely forgotten what I was going to think. Okay, hang on. Collared Animal is bad. Dark Extraction, bad. Expansive Spirit is pretty good, that's true. Yeah, okay, let's go with Expansive Spirit. No, it was... Oh, yeah, no, that was what I was thinking of. Yeah, let's take Zephyr off and make... What I want is one that lets me have... White rats can be eaten, and then rat swarms contain more white rats. There we go. Because I'm actually low on mana, which is alarming. So yeah, Zephyr, which is great, gives you speed at the expense of taking more damage, but equally, yeah, walking or running, you know, I'm going to be sneaking most of the time anyway, so Far Reach still renders me invisible, definitely useful. Okay, we'll go with that. Yeah. 5 runes, slow time, potentially wise, maxed out Mesmerize and Shadow Walk. I was thinking about taking Doppelganger, but I'm not sure if it would be useful. I might unlock it just because I've got a lot of runes and not what else to take. But I doubt I'm going to be using it very much, to be honest. You never know, it might be a useful situation. Rats. Where are there any rats left? Downstairs. You need. I was thinking about going straight on to Death of the Outsider, yeah. Is that something you would enjoy watching? Excuse me. Rats? White rats? Delicious, delicious white rats? Anywhere? None of you? No. Because that's the only DLC available for this game, which is a shame. Mouse. But it would be good, and it's fun to play as Megan/Billy.
I can't deny it. Traveling with you has changed me.
I mean, you'd think it was like the 15 years since Dowd dealt with her at the end of the first game would have changed her.
I know
as
you want
much
to face her alone, but good luck. Remember, even if you pull off whatever trick you're planning for Delilah, she won't be easy to beat.
Yeah, that is definitely true. The fight against Delilah is, well, if you actually fight her, it is not fun. So, So I might show off what the fight looks like, but then I'll also show you how to avoid fighting her, which is good.
If old Samuel could see me now.
Sneaky, sneaky. Here we go. Death to the Empress. Dunwall is so like grey by comparison to Karnaca. It's just a heavy filter, I think. It's nice.
Take me to Dunwall Tower. Bring me back to the cage in my own chest.
Oh, I will. Delilah will be made mortal again.
You let a child slip into oblivion. Do you know where my
yeah.
mother's resting? In a child's coffin. Her skinny legs tucked beneath her.
Yes, the fact that Samuel, like, betrays you if you're in too high chaos is the saddest thing.
You still can't accept it, little girl. Your father was born a nobody. I inhabit your mother's heart, and my body walks the halls of your crumbling palace and sleeps between your sheets.
If I learned anything in Karnaca, it's that birth shouldn't give anyone the right to rule.
Yeah,
You earn it
absolutely.
every day by serving the people who need you. Now I'm coming to end your tyranny, Delilah.
Yeah, so there are two endings to the first game, sort of, depending on your chaos level. Yeah, oh absolutely, no, yeah. I love the little frog noises. You don't see the frogs though. Yeah, if you're on low enough chaos that you get the low chaos version of the level, he doesn't alert. He's all really like sad to see you go and whatever. Empress Delilah's new plans. What's she up to? Proclamations. Everything will change. Promises to show us a wonderful future, but we have no idea what that means because everything is in ruins. Indeed. White rat, come here. No, there we go. Munch. Yeah, the low chaos, like, I do kind of love the way that the first game ends in that sense, because like maintaining the level of low chaos you need to actually get to unlock that version is totally like worth it, because the low chaos version of the end level is so much easier, like by a stark and dramatic amount. Like, not even Havelock, like, fights you. He's just like, oh yeah, it's a fair cop, Corvo, here, have your daughter back. So if you do manage to maintain the low chaos enough to actually unlock that version, yeah, it's definitely, like, a good reward in that sense. Increased presence of the Hatters, because the Hatter gang have decided to set up a black market shop here, just like the ones that we've got used to down south, which is nice because that means I can Emily, please, just bouncy slidey rock. Slidey. I don't think there actually are any Hatters here though, like, obviously their presence is implied, but I don't think actually seen. Munch. Ah, clue. Tell us where the key is. Yeah. So we need to go and find the key stashed behind the Boyle Company, which is easy peasy. I'm annoyed with myself for not recording or, not streaming the prologue. I chose not to do it because it's always the same, because you don't have access to your powers at that point.
Step up and see what I've got.
So, yeah, it was fairly boring, but,
Hard
obviously
times in
this
Dunwall with the
level
new
is
Empress
the
and her
same,
crew taking over.
same map as that first level, so, there's lots of dramatic parallels and, Anyway, the point is I have all these lovely upgrades. Don't just yawn in my face, you weirdo.
You want blueprints for better weaponry?
What do I want? That's the question. Explosive bullets. I mean, I may as well take the upgrade so I can have the option, but... Right, silent running. Silent sprinting. It's not completely silent, it must be said. It is less noise, but here we go. Moth carapace.
Glad we could do business.
Wonderful. They're mutually exclusive, these masterwork fancy upgrades. Deal more sword damage to clockworks. Impact grenades. Yeah, so
I
it's
take
that
the risk just having the
grenade
goods
one.
delivered here.
I missed. Take them. At this point, I've got all this cash, and this is the only place you can spend it, so I may as well. Not that I'm going to use any of these, let's be honest. But I've got 10,000 coins. Yeah, semi-auto or the burst fire. It's a kind of shotgun upgrade, really. Go with the semi-auto version, just because I can. Okay, the biggest secret? So the thing is, 2017 is, a year after release, or not even quite a year, so probably people have found it since then. Can't remember what the key is. I think it's a palace kitchen key? It's quite nice actually, because other than the witches doing their stupid singing over there's nothing this side of. There are no guards. There's only wolfhounds. Does it give a hint of what that alleged secret is, so I can tell you if I've found it or not? I hear rats. Where? Come here. No. God, this is so much easier on PC. There we go. Biggest secret. What could that possibly be? It's not that Dreadful Whale is an anagram of Farewell Dowd, because everybody worked that out. I should probably take careful, actually. Yes, I've got one rune left. Let's do that, just in case. Death by stupid fall damage is my brand, so... Well, yeah, no, completely. It's a massive lie. Of course there are people out here. There are hatters up here. Oh, and there's barbed wire as well. I knew that. Just a dingus. Oh yes, made it. Oh. Well, that's fascinating.
Feels so empty right now.
Please. No, maybe not, whatever. That is absolutely fascinating. What could it possibly be? I mean, what sort of secret? That's the other thing. Like, it can't be a secret location. Yeah. I mean, the other thing is, of course, like, I don't usually, you know, if I don't go on these forums and stuff, I don't know what other people have or haven't found. You know, like, it might be something that seems obvious to me. It probably isn't, but you know what I mean. Oh, sleep darts. Okay, that's useful. That's very useful. Yeah, you know what? If they've got spare sleep darts just sitting there, take this one out. So you can't knock people out while they're lying in bed. Well, you can sometimes. It's really finicky to get the right angle. Get in the bath. Well then. This should be. Yeah, clearly I should. Excuse me, where are the two? There are two of them. They're supposed to be having a bottle throwing contest. Where have they gone? Oh, there they are. Have they already had the conversation? Either of you? No? Where's the other one? It's really weird. Maybe I haven't triggered there. Huh. Is he... Oh, there he is.
Sleepy.
I forgot.
I gotta get to bed earlier. Not too much lately.
My favourite thing is that you don't, you take no fall damage if you're falling onto someone to do an assassination. So despite the fact that, like, that is clearly a fall that would have given me fall damage if I were not falling onto someone, I just get to avoid all of that, which is nice. Just frogs vibing. Fish. Yeah, so those two, like, clearly I must not have walked into their trigger, because they're supposed to have a little conversation about, like, you know, shooting these bottles and stuff, but... yeah. I bet it's something that people have solved, and the devs just haven't like got back to us to tell us that they've solved it. You know. More hatters in here. The door is open. Intriguing. Can't remember. Is it 2 upstairs and 1 downstairs? No, I think it's 1 upstairs, 2 downstairs.
You got this close to Dunwall Tower? By the gates.
Yeah, after the big fight between those overseer hard asses and Delilah's girl.
Are we gonna put it back together? Make it work?
Yeah, dumbass. Because you just spent 6 years at the Academy of Natural Philosophy.
Hey, screw you.
That is
Use your
fascinating.
shit over a joke, Daniel. We're gonna
That's
sell.
3 downstairs. Okay, cool.
Be worth a lot of coin. We'll have to get this thing onto a boat. No one buying in Dunwall right now.
This part of the city's a graveyard.
Yeah, one thing that comes up in
settle.
lore but isn't really like shown on screen is the fact that obviously Delilah's taken over Dunwall, and you know, because of the Duke, they've got like Karnaka and the rest of Serkonos behind them. But they are actually at war with Tivia and Morley, who refuse to.
Maybe it's time to head back to Poolwick.
Show those lovers who's who.
Thought things might get good with the new Empress. But now no one's even got much to rob.
Gotta play this
Hope they all
just
got
right.
the void.
So
No one needs to know we found it.
Actually, let's go with the mesmerize. That's much easier. Oh yeah, I'm so low on mana potions.
Oh, I see things.
Huh? Wait.
Like it's looking right inside me.
Connection. It's so puzzling. This connection between the 2 games that no one has figured out. I mean, like, there are loads of connections between the 2 games. What could they possibly mean? That's really weird. I mean... You've got to be in my bonnet now about this. I've got to go and check out those Steam forums. But I can't do it while I'm playing because too much multitasking. Fairly short this up. Yeah. What we do have upstairs is another clue to where the key is that we need for robbing the black market shop. Where are we? There we go. Special ounce denied. Yeah, and then yeah, so then they tell us to go to the collapsing apartment, and then we go to the collapsing apartment, and that's got another letter saying no, go back to the alley around the back. So I'm just gonna go to the alley around the back without bothering with all the steps in between. Oh, I didn't smash. I think what they're trying to rob is actually like, is it worth something to me? I can't remember. Because this is a whole load of clocks. And there was the Wolfhound statue thingy-majiggy was in the first version of this level, not this version. Yeah, well, I mean, the connection between the Eyeless and the Abbey is like, I wouldn't say that's a secret, and also, I don't think that shows up in the first game. You know, there's a connection between this, you know, Dishonored 2 and Death the Outsider, sure, but not... yeah. Basically, the idea is, that theory goes, that the, you know, the Abbey is the Abbey of the Everyman, and the Everyman was some degree of like a cult of the outsider to start with, and that they had some sort of schism between them and the Eyeless, who wanted to worship the outsider in a slightly different way. But both of them sort of retain information, hints. They're both supposed to be descended from the cult that was the ones who actually, sacrificed the outsider many, many, many thousands of years ago, right? A long time ago. And supposedly that is reflected by, various like similarities between them. I mean, yeah, I think it's undeniable that the Abbey clearly has its roots in, some sort of pro-outsider cult that then decided that actually he was evil and dedicated themselves to getting rid of him rather than sticking with him. Oh, good. I'm so glad I took Catfall. That was genius of me. Anyway, so there's dead dog here, just to emphasise the fact that, yes, you're coming up against dogs now. That's just the rune in the shop that it's telling me about, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it is funny. It makes a lot of sense if you think about it, because, well, I mean, if you compare it to, there is basically no real-world religion that only has an evil god. Like, there's plenty of religions that have an evil god. They're almost always opposed by a good god, and there's a combination of the two. A duality kind of thing. But there's pretty much nothing where it's just an evil god. Yeah, but if you compare it to like, yeah. Nope, sit still, bed. Or don't, whatever. How many have we got? There's the white one, that one. That one's asleep, I think, rather than dead. There should be another one somewhere. He does circuits down this end of the street. Of course, I do have the bone charm that makes white wolfhounds fight for you, which is kind of useful if you are taking on a whole load in a fight. But yes, it is. We will get to it. Actually not going to kill any of the doggos if I don't have to. Come on, hook onto the... Please, game. There we go. I always like to make sure I get the little up arrow, because so many times I have, crashed into things and gone flying. Problem with this witch is that when she's standing there having a cigarette, if she falls the wrong way when you hit her with a sleep dart, she will die of the fall. I don't think, I can't remember if she moves further back into the house or not. Pop. Oh, you better not see me. No, okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to quick save. And then take the shot and see what happens. Please don't fall. No! Is that counted? Assassinations. Total kills. 1. Okay, good. That was a complete accident, that kill, that I did get in the other level. Got a nest keeper with an incendiary bomb, which is very sad. I love these two idiots.
It's here. I can smell money. Check behind the paintings.
Trying to rob this place, and they know that there's a secret room, which is behind this window. They don't even think about coming out and smashing behind the window.
If there's no safe, then we walk out empty-handed. That's gonna piss me off.
I don't know, babe. What is that? That was a lucky hit with that, actually. Positioned it well, then it got him through the doorway. It doesn't always like work around corners very well. Anyway, so they've completely ransacked the place. There is nothing useful apart from this diary that, you know, tells us that there's a hidden room. Yay. Oh, mana potion. Oh, blessed. Right, yes. And of course if I had dark vision it would be more obvious you'd see, but this barometer, you just give it a tiny wiggle and that opens room with the shrine in. Yeah, if I were them I'd have smashed the window, but absolutely, I know, genius.
Welcome home, Your Majesty. Delilah's waiting for you. She's been sleeping badly for the last couple of weeks, because that piece of her you were carrying around has been calling out, begging her to take it back. She feels the same craving, but she'll fight to the death to stop you from putting your spirit back where it belongs. You were careful in Karnaca. Let's see how that serves you in the tower where you were born. Delilah's got the throne, and she's got your father. But now, she's got a secret as well.
I love secrets. Actually don't know what he means there. Love this curtain. So yeah, basically he went to sea and, you know, saw the whales and was converted because Dishonored 2 is sea shanty TikTok. Hang on, okay, so there's a button on the inside so you can open the door from the inside, but there's no other way in here, right? It's just for if you accidentally lock yourself in or something stupid. How daft. Right, neither of them have got anything useful on them. Oh, actually, I've got more mana potions than I thought I did. That's good. Okay, I love that their attempt to, like, not have this building fall down is, like, prop it up with things instead of actually doing anything useful. So the witch fell here. There she is. Oh, I've got my sleep dart back. Love it. Let's just put her out of the way a little bit more. She's not going to slide further down. Right, okay. I can't remember if there's anything to loot in this house or not. There's definitely... there's a letter somewhere which gives us the next stage of the clue. Here we go. So, are you really living in a ruin? I'm going to put the key in the courtyard behind the Dunwall Courier, which is the newspaper office over there. So I'm going to get down. Yeah, it's not too difficult though because the rails are not electrified anymore. So as long as we avoid the doggo, who is just about to see me. Where's the white one? There he is. Yoink! What doggo? And this one's asleep. No, I'm not gonna kill him. That's mean. Just sneak on past. do not kill doggos unless we absolutely have to. Those two are both about to see me, so that counts as absolutely have to. Can I have my crossbow bolt back? Thank you. Okay, sneaky, 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 creepy.
Food runs out, I'll make my way
Oh
over
my
to
god, you made me jump. He always does.
Hello?
Those spaghetti's there.
Please, I don't have much.
Yeah, I'm gonna take everything you
Just
do have,
tell
though.
me what you want, stranger.
Bitch, I don't want anything.
Who are you?
I'm not a friend to your new Empress, Delilah.
Thank the stars for that. I've been hiding here since the coup. Worked in the carriage rails.
You're hiding
before
here?
things went to pieces.
I've been in Karnaca for over a month. What can you tell me?
At first, there was fighting. Delilah's bunch against those in the city watch who were still loyal. People tried to barricade the streets, to put up a wall around the tower. Eventually, the overseers came down, led by the High Overseer himself. They fought against Delilah's witches. That's the only word for them. But I haven't seen an overseer in a while now.
Yeah, they're all
Anything else?
dead.
There was rioting over food, but people have fled the district mostly.
The people have fled
Not
the
long
city.
ago, someone came by in the dead of the night, pushing a carriage toward the tower. Looked like bones. Maybe from a whaling slaughterhouse. No idea why Delilah would want that.
Yeah, no idea.
Thanks for what you've told me. Stay hidden for a few more days. Maybe things will get better after that.
That was just as maybe. It's like, maybe I'll just, you know, fail to actually achieve any of our objectives. Right, onwards. What am I looking for? I am looking for this little shelf here. Behind these bottles is the key. I know, right? And like, he's not even like he's, you know, within sight of the palace. That when I was just looking up there, I was just thinking, because this is the route that the speedrunners use in the very first when you do this level for the first time, the prologue, because up there is the door, you know, the back way out of the safe room that you leave the tower by in the first level. So like, and they managed to like jump down here and not take full damage by drinking a potion halfway through. And honestly, if you ever get a chance to just watch any of the like the world record holding speedrunners playing this game, they are wonderful. Really, really just fantastic. Usually the glitches ones, really, rather than the glitch categories, but yeah, exactly. And like he's you know, within sight of the palace. Like I was saying, like if the witches were to teleport down, which they're perfectly capable of doing, they would find that he is there. Though of course you're not supposed to think of the, you know, like the level obviously bends back on itself because, you know, space constraints and whatever, but you're not really supposed to realise that it bends back on itself. Which is the wonderful thing about this game, you know. It takes an actually fairly compact level area and, you know, makes it feel big by having it be a bit sort of labyrinthine. Now the guy who lives in here is the guy who runs the newspaper. I actually didn't talk to him in the prologue. I was kind of rushing a bit. I assume he's here. Oh no, maybe he's been... No, he is here. Here is the little typewriter. Hi, boy.
Who are you? Wait, Lady Emily. Can it be?
Yeah, so trying to save his life in the prologue is
I've
a
been
nuisance.
down in Karnaca trying to figure out how all this
but
happened.
I just skipped
with
it
Delilah and the
because
Duke of
it's fiddly and
Serkonos.
I couldn't
Were
be
you
bothered.
successful? Things are a mess here.
I know how to beat Delilah now. I'm going to retake
say
my
that, do
throne
you?
and find a way to help my father.
That's the best news I've heard in a long while. You'll have my support. Whatever you need, just ask.
Stop
Once
writing
it's
bad
safe,
papers up.
Just tell the public what happened. If I come out on top, I'll invite you to Dunwall Tower to conduct an interview.
Always important to have the press on your side. Have you got a bathroom so I can use your tap to get my mana back up? I think he does. Yes. Victims of clever conspiracy. Hang on! I thought that was the paper he's supposed to write if I do save his life. That's really interesting. I thought he didn't write that one if you don't, but whatever, maybe. Okay. Is there anything else? No, I think we're good. Okay, right. Creep back again. No, I got the key. That was what I was doing. On my way back to rob the shop. Yep. Do 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 do. So now that we've got the key, we can unlock this door. Come up through a hole in the floor. Okay. Lunch. Got any cash in the cash register? No, I don't think she did. Open sesame. Keys? Oh, keys to the City Watch Armory. Yes, of course it is. Fairly sure there's another place you can get that, so this isn't the only place you can get it. Then again, maybe it is. Actually, not sure. Well, you've got a tap, and you would position it really just badly, wouldn't you? It's so much faster than in Prey. You can do the same thing if you once you've done a quest to get your psychic power, like mana bar back up again. But the tap animation in basically all the tap animations in Prey are really long and really slow. So by comparison, the Dishonored 2 one is so much easier. Ah dear, right. Okay. So apart from that one dog that we left sleeping... Oh, I didn't open the door from the inside, that was clever of me. Oh well, whatever. I think we are good to sneak down the main road now. Or not even sneak. If we don't need to. Nice and quiet past this doggo. Because normally he would smell me and that would be enough to wake him up. But because I've got the bone charm, then he can't smell me. Which is nice. Now there's one more dog. Also, have I been... No, yeah, there's a couple of houses that I haven't robbed, but I robbed them in the prologue, but I don't think they have much more in them. Yeah, so we've got one doggo over here. Where is it? Come on, I'm sure
That's
there's
a shame.
one living doggo. There he is. Oh, that's a shame, she's saying, is referring to all the corpses of the Overseers. Which, yeah, kind of is a shame. Headshot. Because the Overseers would have been, like, you know, if anybody was going to manage to take out Delilah, you'd think it would be Overseers. but no. Because yes, while they were in the fight doing a good job against the witches, they did not do a good job against the Clockwork Soldiers, because the Clockwork Soldiers are not things of heresy. I hate this. In various places you can pick up maps of like the level that you're about to go into, like various places around in the level before or whatever. So here's a map of the tower, which is a correct map of the tower, and for some reason it's not lootable. You can't pick it up. I think it's out of date, so maybe it's not completely correct, but like, it's close enough, bloody hell. Clearly not close enough. Poor doggo. Yeah, all the witch dogs that we're going to come up against are the reanimated corpses of the Overseer dogs. So, ironically, they just provided Delilah with a whole load of useful, you know, public hangings in the street. Oh, I haven't been up to the microphone bit, as you rightly pointed out earlier. I should go and do that. Now. That one's got a grenade launcher in it. So you just... Oh no, I took the dog's head off. Where's the dog's head? Where did it go? Because that will be the bit that has my crossbow bolt in it, if it does have it. That's irritating. Ah, whatever. Ow! Frick! God damn it, I forgot there was a second one. Bah. Give me that. Yes, this is Galvani being cross with me for losing his house in the prologue. He's now put loads of traps and whatever. Oh, that's the last upgrade. Oopsie daisies. Oh well, I've already robbed the shop, so. Code's always the same because this is a Looking Glass Studios, you know, child studio game, which the code is always 451. It's tradition. It's just a journal that says, "Haha, thief, I have nothing left. You have taken all that I have." I hope you enjoyed getting a bomb to the face on the way in. And yes, I enjoyed getting a bomb to the face, thank you. Right, now let's go up and... what's the best way? You got anything useful? Whale oil. Copper wire. There's another wire over here. I know there is stereo. Yeah, so the key that I got from the shop opens this door, which actually, yeah, maybe there isn't any other way in here. Well, I mean, you can kind of get in here if you take the stupidest, longest way around, which is to say, go into the next load screen of the level and come out the side door that comes out here, because this is, you know, the way, one of the ways into the next section. But it's not any more efficient, if it is in fact less efficient than just going up the main road, which we're going to do. I just saw something useful out of the corner of my eye. What was it? Oh yeah, wait. Right. Good, onwards. Right, let's go and deal with those witches by the microphone, because they're funny. I have not, no. If nothing else, because some of the inputs require, you know, enough precision that basically you do it only on PC. Well, actually, I say that it's completely only on PC because the the like the vault flying glitch thing that they do. It's not really a glitch. I mean, it's kind of a glitch. It requires you to have a mouse wheel that like what's the word? It does a free rolling mouse wheel. So yeah, you absolutely can't do that on console. I mean, I would love to one day, but it's not really my style. I mean, what if I spent like 2.5 hours on each level minimum in this this series? Yeah, what was I saying earlier? I was saying that this... Is it this one? Down there? No, it's not down there. It's the other side. Oops. It's this side. There you go. So that guy who is hiding is there. And they just speedruns fling themselves there and then manage to get down and out through this side. It is madness. But it works. Yeah, so here's the microphone. Can't remember if there are actually witches in here. Before... I think there might be, you know. Yoo-hoo! No? Okay. No, they clearly they are spawned by you. Coming. Block the secret passageway. Yes, no getting out or in that way. Which is a shame. Because it would be nice, but... I'll be having your bone charm though. Life bond, that's... well, just, you can brag. Wolfhounds can't spell you. I don't actually need that anymore. When you heal yourself... Oh, doppelgangers are healed. Okay, intriguing. Oh, I could try using a doppelganger actually. That might be quite fun for this bit. Yeah, I mean, it's you get a little... well, there is an achievement for doing it the first time. Actually, like a proper achievement. But also you get like the special action credit at the end of... She is here. Oh, I knew there was someone. She was up by the road, John. Yeah, you get a special action at the end of the chapter to say, you know, well done for thinking outside the box fractionally or whatever. Pop you up here. Don't fall off. Yeah, basically you just get to sort of threaten Delilah before she arrives, which is funny. I go for a... I can't remember quite where they spawn in. I'm going to go for a stunner. So you can see it just brag.
Those of you surviving here in the shadow of the tower where I was born. Under Delilah, you've endured much over the last weeks.
The point is you get the dramatic
view. Now your rightful Empress has returned. And I will expend my last breath, returning stability and peace to your lives.
Yeah.
On this I swear.
I love that. I will spend my last breath. Yeah, the witches are coming, and I need to hide before they... not that way though. Shit, here they come. Oh, bollocks, they're going to see me before Actually, might be alright because... Absolutely hilariously, I have the bone charm with relocation sickness, so they're like stumbling every time they do their little teleport. Did it go off? Did it get them? Did they get both? One? Where's the other? Yoo-hoo. Did she...
Delilah.
Did she fall in the fire? That better not be credited as a kill against me. No, okay, phew. What a dingus. Yeah, I gave her the, because I've got the relocation sickness bone charm, clearly she stumbled and fell in the fire, which is hilarious. I mean, that's kind of what I've got it for, so... No. Still, a bit of a waste of a stun mine if I only needed it for one of them, but whatever. Yeah, sadly, because of the way that it's blocked up, we can't actually go into the tower that way, but... Which is... Yeah, well, you'd think that, but actually Delilah switches are all about plants. So, like, presumably, they actually don't like fire as much as you would think. I like fire, though, so it's a win for me. Is there any food over here? No? Okay, cool. Right, onwards. How many crossbow bolts have I got? 20. Nice. Boing. Boing. Right, here we go. Tower entrance. Wait, hang on. No, yeah, the overseer who is still alive is on the other side of the... Had a sudden panic moment that I hadn't talked to him, but no. I haven't got to him yet. Only 2 more load screens to go after this one. Probably. I think it's 2. I want to get into the tower. 1. Yeah, I think it's 2. Anyway. I love that tooltip in the bottom. Blink and far reach are useful for stealth, exploration and evasion, not just combat. I would actually struggle to use blink and far reach for combat. It's not really... Anyway, so yeah, normally if you were coming to visit the Empress, you would get checks by the City Watch here, and the Secret Service would pat you down and all that good stuff. But now it is nothing but death. Hi, boyo.
I saw the High Overseer fall. All is lost. Leave this place.
The Abbey assaulted the tower?
Somehow
yeah, no
we
shit,
were
babe.
overcome. Not just Delilah's sorcerers and their gravehounds, but mechanical men. Automated soldiers. The ancient music was useless against them.
Rest now. But know that I'm going to end Delilah's reign.
Pointy finger.
At death's door, I smell the corruption of the void upon you. A heretic against a heretic. Laughable. The world is doomed.
Poor baby. If you do a no powers run, he does actually, you know, he's a lot nicer to you because he knows that you're not a heretic. Which is nice. But yes, when we were in the Royal Conservatory several missions back now, we overheard the Oracular Sisters mentioning that this guy has got a special mission given by one of us, and here it is. This is a special mission. Brother Fitz is his name. For years, rumours have circulated regarding the Royal Protector. If you manage to find yourself in his quarters alone, we want you to search for signs of blasphemy. Report back to me, Sister Rosewin. Sister Rosewin is one of your assassination targets in Death of the Outsider. What am I doing? There we go. I think any of these guys have anything to loot. They're just here for decoration. Which is sad because in Dowd's DLC you come up against a similar kind of situation where... Wait, no, hang on. No, in Dowd's DLC you actually cause the situation. It's Corvo who then finds the remnants of all the overseers in the flooded district. Yeah, that way around, because it's the same like the level is reused between those two. What am I even saying? Yeah, but they have a whole load of grenades and other useful bits and bobs to loot. Which is particularly helpful because at that point you're playing as Corvo, who has been disarmed and, you know, Dan took his sword and everything. Oh yeah, press the button for the gate. I can't do anything because it is not powered, so what we need... I think it's the only time in the game you actually really need to use one of these dispensers. To get the tank, fill it with oil. In the first game, there were a whole load of, like, useful ways to do that. Considerably fewer. This one, and that has opened the gate! Yay! And the game does the happy music. You figured out a thing. Fairly sure you can get through without doing that, though. Come around this side. Oh no, you can't get through the side door. It's blocked out. Never mind. We can't even blink over the top. Curious now. Oh yeah, you can! Oh, it's barbed wire though. But yeah, so the other door that I pointed out takes you into the canal, which is down there, so you can like swim around and come up the side. But that's not so fun. Because there are like hagfish and other boring things. Did I get him? Oh, boo. There we go. Basically, don't use my grenades for anything else, so I might as well do that. Get rid of the unards. It's better than wasting crossbow bolts on them anyway. You can sneak past them fairly easily, because you come up here on the pipes. But, like that. Sneaky, sneaky. It's kind of fun to see, you know, this is the official entrance to the tower. This is the way you're supposed to come in. You know, whereas in the first game, you basically never did. You were always sneaking, and the same with the first chapter in this one. And then we get into the Narnia moment. She's turned everyone to stone. Always makes me think of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. They look very dramatic, though. But the thing is, I don't think Emmy like tries to unfreeze these guys, even though clearly she unfreezes Corvo in a minute. But yeah. Now there are gravehounds here somewhere.
This must be Delilah's doing.
Yeah, no, it's some other witch. It does emphasize that these are overseer doggos. The good boys with the stock. Go back out. Alright. Oh yeah, is there anything? I just love to chuck my nice furniture around. I remember if there's... I think there's something to loot. I think that's just there for cover so none of the witches on the tower see you as you make your way up. Because there's Coldridge, and that's where Corvo jumped off in the first game, and then he swam down into the sewers, and yay! It's nice to revisit familiar landscapes in that sense. Though obviously things have changed a little bit in 15 years. There are more sluices are down and stuff. But I love the, you know, the really sort of modernist, brutalist kind of square architecture of it compared to the tower, which is slightly more conventional, sort of castle looking, you know. Oh yeah, this is where the dogs are. have we got? Which ways are they facing? That one's facing... But yeah, so the witches who made them are over there. So if you take out one of the dogs, even with a silenced weapon, I'm fairly sure they'd like detect that. Get stressy. I'm not going to worry with them, but I'm going to deal with these ladies first.
Make the pigments block the wind. Fingers stained blue and blush. Conjure rainbows for her brush. Ancient mud and stinking clay.
They are going to give us some degree of clue,
6 hands sift and 6 hands blend.
Namely that Delilah is
block the wind.
doing more of her art magic, which is not surprising because that's kind of her thing.
Ammonia drowns precious copper. Cyan leads to dreams improper.
4 hands sift and 4 hands blend.
Right, let's see.
Pigments block the wind. Fingers stained blue and blush. Conjure rainbows for her brush.
2.
Interesting.
Hasn't got that one.
Yes. 2 hands sift and 2 hands blend.
Oh my god, why are you still doing your stupid rhyme?
Fingers stained. Conjure rainbows for her brush.
Shit, hurry up. Oh my god, just knock her out, please, there we go. Yeah, they're so happy about being mesmerized compared to everyone else. Okay. Stool in the way. I just find it really interesting to take note of what they're talking about. It's funny. Yes, so the point is that she needs some special paint. They don't give you as many details yet. When we get inside the tower proper, we'll get more details. You guys got anything on you? Okay, go right, shall I? Unnerving target, is that the slightly wibblier? Oh no, drop their own. Oh yeah, people drop their own grenades, blow themselves up. Can't remember where the store goes. Where's the store go? Comes out onto the roof? Yeah. Also, I absolutely used the sleep dart on one of you. Can I have that back? Yes, I did. There we go. Yeah, so that one can actually see you as you sneak up the road. Clearly she didn't, which is slightly baffling. There are 3 of them round the fire. You know what I should do? I should just take the thing that makes mesmerize knock people out, because I'm knocking them all out more often than not, so it's under powers. Yes, there we go, for adventure. I'm hoping if I stack 4 of them, then that should mean that it triggers really frequently. Hopefully, anyway. Max mana, far reach. Do I not need any more? I mean, wolfhounds not smelling me is very, very useful, so... I probably don't need Gutter Feast at this point. if I find myself low on mana, I will change my mind. It's two plus a dog. Yeah. Okay, that's weird. I thought there was a rune by the waterlock. Oh. Maybe sneak round the other way. Nope. Do not fall off and die. I know I have catfall now, but that does not necessarily help. Sneaky. You absolutely can make that jump. There we go. Oopsie daisies. Right, these three. Hit them all with mesmerize. Almost certainly one of them is going to fall in the fire because I know that that's what happens. Yeah, she's just going to get burned to death now. Which is really annoying. And I hope that doesn't count against me. Where's my excuse me, stats? Yeah, that did count against me. Oh, well, whatever. There's 2 accidental burnings.
Let me come close.
But still. Accidental burning. Just... it do me like that sometimes. Now I could get rid of their hounds if I wanted to, but they shouldn't be too much of a problem. 2 and the dog over there. The dog can't smell me, so we're good. I'm gonna slip down the side here. She's got her back to me. Absolutely. Good dear sweet doggos.
Dead overseers gave up their precious hounds, and I raised a pack of them. They're down under the bridge.
Few of the coven can
Yes, they're right here.
Lila will be pleased.
That's the hope I keep in my pockets. After the fight with the overseers,
But the two having the conversation absolutely can see that body and also me. So I've got to be really careful. Also, there's that one over there. Might hit her with a sleep dart right away. Because she can sometimes... No! Oh, no! Oh, that's so irritating. I'm supposed to have...
coming from here. Let's...
Who? Who's investigating? How many of you? Where? The upgrade is supposed to have perfect accuracy. Huh? Perfect accuracy. So angry. There's 2, 3, 2. I'm stressing out too much. 2 and a dog over here? Yeah, 2 and a dog. I thought it was. I can't remember if mesmerized were. Oh shit. I know, right? Maybe it's only perfect accuracy with normal crossbow bolts, not with the sleep darts, but like, false advertising. do with a cat's bladder, you weirdos? Who's what? Bench. Oh boy.
Beautiful.
No, let's reload that save and try not to miss that shot, actually. Ah, dear. Absolutely. Okay. So that's her falling in the fire again. Oh no, both of them are falling in the fire this time. Oh, well, that's slightly worse. Ah dear. Oh well. Also, I love that, you know, like, dead bodies always bleed. Despite the fact that, you know, she's burned to death, she's clearly not bleeding. Anyway, what else?
Dead overseers gave up their precious hounds, and I raised a pack of them. They're down under the bridge.
Few in the coven can do that. Delilah will be pleased.
Hop. And I dragged a few away and kept them for myself.
Love to brag about murdering doggos. Right, now let's not miss this time. There we go. Oops, no, please don't fall off. Oh, stop it. Oh god, what was stuck on? The other one go. Wait, who's drunk? Drunk on what? What? Drunk on my success, absolutely. Can I have my sleep dart back? No. Boo. Get the body out of the way, because sometimes the ones over by the fire, if they come down here, if they get suspicious. Should be able to avoid triggering all these dogs because you simply walk sneakily. Which that's just stupid because I'm actually faster and stuff. You can indeed. So this is the water lock that Corvo comes in and out of in the beginning and the end of the first game. There's a bone chart back here, and also 2 witches, so... And they are just like, huh? Why can we see the dreadful whale over there? Oh. Very lazy of me to keep relying on Mesmerize, but then again, normally I would be continually relying on Domino, so... Doggo's cheap as a cast, though. But yeah, so she's got a little message saying they want to blockade the waterlock and or maybe become the first witch navy. No, bless her little heart. You can't open the bottom one. Anyway, so that absolute garbage bone charm was blast resistant, which does like smaller radius explosions when it's enemy explosions. I can't hoist my own flag or anything like that, which is a bit sad. But yeah, you can get all the way to the top. So like, you know, just like the beginning of the first game, I can pretend to be Dowd sneaking towards the gosh, silent running update is upgrade is very impressive. Anyway, so this is the gazebo where my mother died. Angst. Because it's all, the layout is basically the same. There's more detail to this version. Yeah, here's Delilah's painting of the Duke. Some spare crossbow bolts. That's actually interesting because that means I can. They do a little scream. Always seems mean. Fairly pointless, really, but safer than, you know, having them accidentally wake up because I'm not paying attention. I just heard a big spooky whoosh noise, but I think it was just the wind. A little spooky. I love that I've been going for an hour and a half. I'm not even in the tower yet.
Delilah's hatred for my mother knows no end.
I am. Poor doggo. I know. They can go to dog heaven now. I thought there was supposed to be... There are normally two... Are there not normally two of them here having a conversation, or am I completely making that up? Maybe that's... Huh. Anyway, the point is that there's a whole load of really neat sort of Lucida handwriting font graffiti over here. No one remembers the truth. I will always remember.
Mother, I wish we could talk just one more time.
It would be nice, wouldn't it? But she's gone.
Oh, so long ago, we ran across the rooftops, made campfires in the graveyard, slept through the day.
Because you're a big vampire weirdie. We know. Hang on. No, oh, it's... I remembered that there was a potion over here. I couldn't remember if it was health or mana. So basically we could just completely ignore them burning all my beautiful furniture, because the things we actually need to deal with are all on either side rather than going down the middle. This is another annoying one. I have dumped her body just down here before and then she's drowned. But actually, I should put her on the roof. It's usually the best place because people can't search the roof. And there are 2 in here. Hello everyone, I've suddenly gone up to 5 viewers. You guys see that? I'm not imagining that. That's amazing.
You can still sleep.
2 in here. They're pretty... They're easy enough
How much
to...
of the algae does our Lady Delilah want?
Just let them have their conversation and they start moving around the room, so...
I won't let the secret slip.
She just needs a bit, and if you promise to keep your tongue in your head, I'll tell you. It's part of her new undertaking. A painting to end all
Oh no,
paintings,
back to
she
2.
says.
It was a lie.
Some great new magic she's concocting.
After taking Dunwall Tower itself, what more could our mistress want?
Delilah wants the whole world's love. The seas around it and the stars above it.
Yep, she's planning to conquer the universe. Oh, very dramatic music suddenly.
Of course I gathered them at dawn. What else? They're no good otherwise. Like she's the only
Yeah.
one who knows how to gather a mandrake root.
I'm not entirely convinced that there were actually 5 people. It's just silly instancing, or people refreshing their pages, or who knows. Get down and hurry up about it. This one I don't think ever actually turns from her little working animation, so we're good. They never have anything to loot either. Okay, tap. So nice a sink. No, it's not. Boo. Absolutely. Well, obviously, like, I love that line just from The Matrix because it's a brilliant film or whatever, but I have to give a quick shout out to my favourite Netflix series, Dark, which is a German time travel series, and the main character and his girlfriend, like, things are difficult for them, let's say, with the whole time travel-y stuff, so their, like, recurring thing is that their lives are like a glitch in the Matrix. It's very cute. Bone Charm under here. Definitely recommend it if you have Netflix and haven't seen it and can, you know, deal with watching it in subtitles or whatever. The dub is bad, don't watch the dub. Yeah, you should look into it if you can, because it is truly very, very good. It's finished now as well, you know, there were 3 seasons, you know, like short prestige seasons, like 8 episodes each or whatever. So it's a fairly concise viewing now that it's over. Coin. Now there are still... Oh no, yeah. I keep seeing the trailers, but it just looks so sort of like, you know, grim. Not like actually grim, but you know what I mean, like kind of pessimistic in a way that is just, like so cynical. That's, you know, I usually prefer a bit more like peppy optimism. I'm too much of a romantic at heart to like really watch really grim series. Now, there's a dog somewhere down here. I thought I could get all the way around on the top, but clearly I can't, so I'll have to take out the dog. Is that good enough? Oh, it was. That's nice. Munch, 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 munch. Wait, did I? Do not tell me I took my bone charm that lets me... Oh, of course I did. Yeah, I remember explaining why I was taking that off. Oh, well, so stupid of me. Also, the rats inexplicably don't drown here. Even though they're clearly, like, above their head in water. So funny. Anyway, we're going in the best way to go in. Obviously the front door is there. Yeah. That's just a bit like, you know, it's Batman vs Superman, but even worse, you know, just in terms of miserable Ubermensch type stuff. Right, finally we make it into the tower. Also, it's got really dark, so I need to put the lights on. That's a bit better. Other good TV recommendations. Obviously, The Expanse Series 5 is currently coming out on Amazon, which is so good. It's coming out weekly, you know how they sometimes do with these shows, and it's like, how do people used to watch TV in the old days when you couldn't just binge? Dear. It's not good for my poor nerves. You leave them on cliffhangers and then I'm sad. Right, here we are. So this is the secret entrance. We've got to be really careful. Lock that door. I love the little extinguish, blow out candle thing. Yes, a useful note that says we turned off the lift.
I'll have to reach the
We can't get
security
upstairs.
room to restore electricity to the tower and get the elevator working.
What films do I like? That's a good question. Obviously Army Hammer has been cancelled. Oh shit, so I can't say... Why did you trigger? Huh? I can't say Man from U.N.C.L.E. was great, but it was great. And generally speaking, I'm not a big one for comedy. My sense of humour is atrophied. I was trying to think, what on earth have I been watching recently? I've mostly been watching TV. I know. It's like, yeah, if he's really a cannibal, yeah, that's probably bad and creepy and like he's a bad dom and whatever. But also, like, I would let him eat me. So.
Pigments where those fools used to preach their nonsense. But she moved to the throne room.
But yeah, Man from U.N.C.L.E. is great because it's Armie Hammer and Henry Cavill, who is obviously just stunning and beautiful and utterly wasted as Superman, and the wonderful as The Witcher, and you know, I'm so sad about the lack of Witcher season 2. Neither of you fell in the fire? Oh yes, nailed it. Well done. Why did I want to come in here? There's something in here that's useful, isn't there? Or is it just to make sure that they don't sneak up on me? I could have sworn there was some reason to come in here. Huh, maybe not. Freaky. Yeah. And now we get to... It's so nice because it is deliberately like reminiscent of Corvo coming in here with when he's taking back the tower from Burroughs in the first game. Right. It was a bit weird. I think the witches who patrol the side corridors here don't arrive until after you've sort of been through the room for the first time. So I think I'm good to just walk over there.
I can use the elevator to reach Delilah up in the throne room.
Yeah, or we could not and go a different way. Either is fine.
The High Overseer.
High Overseer has been ritually hanged, poor guy. Aquatic nature. I still have not got strong arms. Well, no, I probably wouldn't, but you know what I mean? It's like, he's a very attractive dude. It's one of those, like, if you were really into it, But clearly, like, they are not communicating well in whatever relationship he's actually in at the moment. Anyway, this is not the Army Hammer show. This is Dishonored. Let us carry on, not talking about weird cannibalism. Yeah, so, you know, I've still not got the strong arms bone charm. Which is just absolutely wild. I mean, unless I have just completely missed it, and it's here somewhere and I'm just not seeing it. No. That is whack. Anyway. Absolutely. Who will give me the strong cuddle that I need? I was about to say, oh, there should be a key here, but no, that's the first game. Ah, dear. Two witches above me upstairs, so I'm going to be careful and quiet, because sometimes they can hear you because there's like a window, or, you know, the sound carries upstairs. Yeah, it's a dumbwaiter, that's the word. Like little kitchen passage thingy. Ow.
Yes. Why is that, I want?
Throwing things at me.
Another mystery.
Maybe not. No, I want you to... Oh my god, Emily, please. Sneak. Make it up there. Nice. I thought these two were usually having a conversation. Maybe it triggered and I didn't hear it.
How many days to...
Nope, not Flaming Bolt. That's absolutely not the one I mean.
It was 6, 3.
Yes, it's this one that's barred. I knew that one of these doors was barred from the inside. I couldn't remember which. Yes, it's this one. It is good, isn't it? Yeah. The smack your head on the floor, kind of. Sure, I'm leaving all of these with potentially, like, dangerous concussions and whatever, but that's not the point. My character. Oh my god. I thought that was a grenade for a second. Got ready to panic. Don't think anybody ever comes in here, but at least like to mildly tidy up where I put bodies.
Machine is experiencing uncertainty.
When in doubt, be up high. I forgot the cardinal rule. Where is he? Oh, it's the one in the cupboard, isn't it? I love these two. you have to make sure you like see them on your first way up, because it's very easy to trigger the conversation. Actually, there's 3 of them. Yeah. They've got a whole load of dead nobles at the dinner table with them.
If I faint, one of you could be kind and catch me before I bang my head on the polished boards of this well.
They're having this sort of, you know, dinner party.
Really? Another form of control. Just a choke chain around our pretty necks.
1,000 rotations.
Ignorance shows etiquette is a weapon, a source of power for those who know how to wield it.
No wonder this place is so gloomy with dinner conversation like this. Why don't we change the subject and discuss something more pleasant, like lawn tennis or embroidery?
I know more wine.
Well, good to know that tennis actually exists in the Dishonored universe. Yeah, it's wonderful. There's some great concept art of like this sort of scene with them.
Extra diagnostic playback loop. Another full instruction set.
Yeah. So there's this guy, and there's 2 in the room behind me. And then there's another one, I think, upstairs, and that's it for mechanicals, and everybody else switches. So, what I'm thinking is, I get a mesmerize on them, and then I'm really quick getting a sticky grenade.
I've seen you in my dreams.
Switching to alternative tactical mode.
No? Oh, we didn't kill him? Oh, oops.
General detection state.
No, okay. That messed up. Let's try that again. I could have, you know, I would have thought the grenade would be better than that. Whatever. Yes, but yes, you do love a good spooky dinner party where all the things they're eating is like rotten. And you always think of Miss Havisham in Great Expectations, Dickens, because you know, her thing is that she's was jilted on her wedding day and whatever, so she just like stays the rest of her life wearing her wedding dress, surrounded by the rotting remnants of her wedding day like feast and whatever. Just incredible aesthetic. Yeah, because what I'm worried about is that the clockwork will like worry and come and investigate if it detects unconscious bodies. The other thing is, of course, I don't necessarily need to even worry about these 3.
Yes, ma'am.
When they finish their conversation, they'll just sort of patrol this corridor back and forth. But
language. I'm shocked.
I might be able to just ignore them, to be honest. Drop Sneaky, creepy, sneaky, creepy, sneaky, creepy. These guys always... I see them swinging out of the corner of my eye because they're just, you know, hanged, obviously. Yeah, so we've got 2 clockworks over here, I think. Oh no, I made the swing way more. Oops, sorry lads. Oh, shoot. It's me not peeking through the keyhole before dealing with my problems.
Like a man, but not like a man.
Oil runs through its veins.
Oh, it's fine. They didn't see me.
From the deep, icy waters.
It has nothing to do with our mistress's magic. Not touched by the void at all. Could we make one of bones, I wonder? Like the grave hounds.
It's interesting. Brianna's no help anymore.
With the bones of things.
I dealt with Brianna. Shit. Please don't come around the corner yet. Ah! Okay, I made it. You're supposed to be mesmerized. What are you doing? mesmerized?
The machine has lost its quarry.
They are mesmerized. Good, okay. Nuisance. Oh no, left the door open. Yeah, she had me through the door. But that's okay. Love this. So clearly Delilah had like a party or something. She, you know, invited everyone. And was rewarded as a traitor deserves, or, you know, as a turncoat deserves. And Delilah poisoned them. Which is where she got most of these dead or unconscious nobles. Oh wow, she's still...
Maybe the wind did something.
Oh, for
Time
fuck's
to...
sake. Just... no. Oh no, spooky! My cat is a tortoiseshell cat, so she does not have the spooky advantage. Where did the other one go? Did she just pass out? Yes, she did. Okay, good. Well, that was marginally sloppier than one might have hoped, but you know, whatever, they're down. That's the important thing. Munch. And then we're back round to the other side of where those two were that I took out. It's a good idea to keep myself oriented in that sense. Yep. Let's review. Just... It's kind of hilarious how much faster I am sneaking than walking now. Anyway, that's not the point. So yeah, if we were gonna go up to the tower in the normal way using the lift, we now have to head down here. That's an interesting question. Because when I come down here, two witches will come and investigate. I have no idea if they care about there being bodies in the corridor, or whether they like just spawn in at the entrance here or something. Like, I don't know if they exist already somewhere else in the level. I'd have to walk here. Or blink, or, you know, sneak or whatever. Basically, yeah, so we've got 3 whale oil tank thingies that we need to have in order to get the elevator powered. And... yes, it is indeed the old torture chamber, and there's a room up here. They've ripped out the... like, it's somewhat redecorated, you know, like, because when Corvo comes down the stairs, the torturer is on his left over here, so there would be like there was a panel or chains, or, you know, it's slightly different, but, you know, it's basically the same. You're completely correct. My favourite theory about the torture, I actually don't know if anybody has, like, really confirmed it or not. I don't think they have. I think it's just...
With the power on, I can take the elevator to the throne room.
Is that the torturer is Granny Rags' son, or something like that? Possibly adopted. Yeah! Anyway, so these two are going to come in, and hopefully I can stay here. Not get spotted.
The belly rumble of machines digesting oils from the great leviathans of the deep.
This one manages to...
we should see who tampers with the dead metal things.
Blink up here, and yet still... yeah, so the torturer obviously is, had his tongue cut out. Please, please. Oh my god. Ah, no! nuisance.
It's good
Oh, this seems interesting.
She might want to rinse that foul mouse of hers with it too.
Please get mesmerized. Worse. Yeah, anyway, what was I saying? The torturer. So he doesn't have any lines because he's got no tongue. Yeah. But the various, like, lore things that suggest that, you know, yeah, that Granny Rags at least trained him in what occult things he does know, which is plenty. He has a bone charm or a rune down there as well in the first game. But I don't think it's spelled out whether, like, she just found him or actually was his mother or any other, just like picked up a random child or picked up a random adult or whatever. But yeah, she definitely taught him how to do what he does. So yeah, we've got 2 clockworks. Is it 2 at the other end of this corridor? I thought it was 2. I only see 1 right now. It is only 1. And then 1 in the next room. And it gets triggered. I know. There's like... Supposedly, Carrie Fisher is somewhere voicing someone in... I can't remember if it's this one or the first game. I think it's the first one. But I honestly could not tell you where, only that I have heard that she's there. Allegedly.
Increasing oil tank temperature.
Did make it all the way up there? Yes, I can. Nice. This one has got a dog. She and the dog are very annoying. But yeah, so my point is that both Dishonored games, if you add them together, have got like something of an all-star cast, despite, you know, everything. Which is kind of wonderful. I don't know if anyone will hear this. I hope not. Wow, managed it, yeah. There's that sword upgrade I took. It does get you down in 1 go rather than 2. I thought it did, but I couldn't remember for sure. I think it's still 2 if you do a drop assassination though, but I managed to like get behind him rather than... Yeah, they all get really distressed by the fact that I turn on the power, which is really funny. There's a third one just along the corridor. Yes. I wonder if I can hit them all with a mesmerize. I'm not sure quite what the range is. If I put it sort of there-ish.
What is this then?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nailed it.
Oh, hi, no.
Hi.
I've seen you in my dreams.
They have such bad hairstyles. Bless them. Okay. Not quite sure where the best place to hide these guys is, actually. Whatever, I just won't bother. It's all good. Is there someone in here? No. I love this though. So they've like made this weird mannequin from this has a dentist's mannequin, so you find various places. And then swords and, you know, they look very cool. Actually, they look like the horrible effigy of the demon that they made in Hereditary, which is a terrifying horror film if you ever... There's a film I like if you want haunted film recommendations. Don't watch Hereditary, it's terrifying. Well, this? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. The propaganda officer is a guy in Burroughs' level, you know, the Return to the Tower level. Yeah, because this is Burroughs' old bedroom. I think it's this way around, or is it that one? Anyway, one of these two rooms with the sneaky passage through the fireplace, which must be so drafty. It's the worst. But yeah, so that's a bit that is in the first game, like in terms of the layout of the tower. Can't remember if there's anything useful in here. Is it just a whole load of fruit? Here's Corvo's room.
Seeing the tower like this,
which they have all smashed up. You see, he got her artwork framed. I mean, look at that. Ah, he's so soft. What a nerd. Mummy. The little swan. So cute. Is there anyone? Yeah, the other thing that is really wonderful, I don't know if you it's the most like disparaged DLC to the first game is the Dunwall City Trials, which was like a whole load of like time trial-y type levels. Okay, yeah. But it's kind of funny in itself that they managed to get her to do that, even though that's really like nothing, you know? But yeah, so the Dunwall City Trials really like inform the interior of the tower. Anyway, let's enjoy Corvo's room. He gets the little overlook that Burroughs has in first version. Got a whole load of witches who come out and start patrolling downstairs, but don't need to worry about them. So let's see if the Overseer would have found any evidence of heresy. Well, he's got a beautiful picture of Karnaka because he's homesick, dear boy. High proof liquor that he is not drunk. Actually, it's probably the witches leaving that there rather than Corvo, but it's got a wonderful skylight, so good. And a big plushy bed with loads of cushions. But more importantly and interestingly, he has all the swords that he came up against, the various different enemies in the first game. He has them all on display. So that's just a normal guardsman's sword. That one I think is an officer's sword. That's the Overseer's sword. This is the Bottle Street Gang cleaver. And this one that's missing is the Whaler's sword, so he's not got Dowd's sword to hand. But it clearly has been stolen, you know, it's not that Corvo doesn't have one. Of course Corvo's got one, but it's not there. Right, what do I... Okay, branch on. Yes, let's do this side first. I say first, like I've not been just ignoring it for 10 minutes. Yeah, so this room is barricaded and you can't get in. Except you can, if you know anything about the Dunwall City Trials, because that was the first thing that added, like, these little passages high up in the wall.
got to listen for it coming.
And this guy has been trapped in here for like a month, going insane.
Please don't tell anyone I'm here. I've been in here keeping quiet since this all happened.
I'm sure they know you're here.
With me.
So
what have you
stupid.
seen or heard?
After the coup, there was more fighting between the Duke's traitors and the members of the Watch still loyal to the old Empress. Then there was a party for Delilah, just before the Duke returned to Serkonis. At some point, the Overseers staged an assault, but it went badly.
Anything else?
Apparently, Delilah's been working in the Abbey Chapel, preparing something. If you're crazy enough to want to find her, look there, or in the throne room. She and the Duke were talking about a painting.
Take care of yourself. My hope is that you won't have to hide much longer.
I hope you're right. 3 of us hid here. Genevieve got caught, then Morgan. Now it's just me.
They do have, there's evidence for like lots of tinned fish and stuff, but I mean, yeah. And he probably hasn't been eating the other people, because if they were caught by the witches, then he's not got the bodies to eat. But I think he's got like, yeah, he's got tents. He's lucky that he's barricaded himself in a bathroom, really. Like, otherwise it could be really nasty. The other thing is that Delilah's got a whole load of statues around the place. I'm pretty sure they don't, like, alert.
So here we are,
you know,
where my dear lying half-sister Jessamine and
in
I
Dowd's
played
DLC,
children.
you have to really
Where
avoid,
your
like,
mother
talking to the
bedded your
statues.
father, then gave birth to you, where
Because
she
they
was
scream.
murdered by Dowd and his
Yeah, it's
black-hearted crew. The place that ruined both our lives.
You have a twisted view of the world, and I have no idea whether you're telling the truth or not. But it doesn't matter.
Absolutely. You tell her, babe. Okay, so I've dealt with the clockwork. Now, the witch and her dog just patrol that left-hand corridor, so they can sometimes see you if you're not lucky, but... Anyway, so this is the chapel
Why is there
that we
a
were told
tree
to
in
search.
the middle of the chapel?
There is. She's growing a tree. Definitely weird. Don't think anybody comes in here though. So as long as I'm not seen through the door, which absolutely can and does happen. So, we sneaky.
It worked.
It worked. There we go. Oh, it's this bit that I need.
Delilah's working on something terrible, but I might be able to sabotage it.
Again, so we're going with the Dowd method again.
By
That,
crafting more
Dowd
corrupt runes, I
attempted
could
to
disrupt Delilah's painting.
disrupt her paintings last time, and it led to this whole mess. So, like, it was not so great. But then I need a human skull over here, and I pop that there. And it goes whoop. So there we go. Then that's that. I'm not going to go back out downstairs. I want to go upstairs first. Can't remember if... Brain is telling me that witches can come in here, but I may be getting that muddled up with various other versions of this level. Well, you know, as in versions of the tower that are just confusing me. Because there are a lot of different ones.
Someone's
Yeah.
burning whale oil again. Curious who would want the same?
Doggos!
This seems interesting.
Was that good enough? Did it break his head? Where's his...
You too.
Hope I got the other one properly. No, the other one did not smash. Oops. Shoot. Hi. Please walk into... Yes, there we go. Walked into Mesmeric. No! Break, damn you! God's sake. Anyway, there's a bone charm. Ah, there's a witch right there. I forgot she was in here. Yeah, it's a shame Mesmerize doesn't work through walls or whatever, but then it would be ludicrously OP. Oh, I didn't see it. What did I get? Did I finally get strong arms? Nope, Leviathan Mind. Amazing. I think we've still got one to go, so there's a chance that I can get strong arms. It's literally the last bone charm I get in the game, but... Maybe not.
You will never gain back what you lost here.
Yeah, it would seem that way. This is really cute. This is an audiograph about, because obviously the witches are of all sorts of different like classes and backgrounds, but they've obviously all turned to magic. So it's like an upper class one who knows what audiographs are and do, explaining to a much lower class one, you know, what the heck it is, which is kind of cute. Okay, hang on. I think I am. I think I might be no more runes left. I've got them all.
Oh, so long ago, we ran across the rooftops.
Alright, so now that we put the power on downstairs, we can go up in the lift. But we're not going to go up in the lift. We're going to do something much more fun. I'm going to turn this lamp. That makes a secret passage. Extra sneaky. How do I shut it again from the side? I know I can. There we go. Leave
Mother's old secret chamber leads up to the throne room.
This is definitely the best way up because you come... Well, I'll show you. Is there something else in here that I'm supposed to... I thought there was an audiograph in here. No? No? Maybe not. Anyway, so I can sneak through here. Extra sneaky. Sneaky, 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 sneaky. So long to load, please hurry up. Here we go, and we come out in this little... Oh yeah, Delight's first.
Take me back and die at my hands.
Yeah, babe, we know. That way. Open. Okay. Anton Sokolov made this lock. We come out inside.
Is this Ramsey?
The safe room that we saw in the prologue. There's Ramsey trying to steal stuff, rewarded as the traitor deserves, and turned to stone. Poor loser. Yeah, so the secret passage that we would have come through if we'd gone through where the microphone is you come out through that door there. But we did not. Here's Mrs. Pilson. Who is Emily's childhood doll. Just to emphasise the fact that this is just like the Double City Trials version of the tower. In that you have to find Mrs. Pilson in every level. It's a fun little Easter egg for people who played that. So yeah, I'm fairly sure that there is no one back here because they're expecting you to come from the front, and Delilah and a couple of wolfhounds are all that you need to deal with. I love this. There's a mannequin with all sorts of flowers and an overseer mask, and it's like, yeah, that's exceedingly not sexy. Yeah, she just loves to just grow trees in random places. I mean, it's a big aesthetic, I guess. And again, it harks back to the Dow DLCs, where, like, her little special place was a tree in the middle of the void where she was doing all her magic. It is kind of lovely. Parallels, you know. Right, I should do a proper save. Just in case. Oh, I finally have to save over a previous save. Amazing. Yeah, the best thing about doing it this way rather than coming up the front is that you get to sneak up on Delilah from behind rather than, her seeing you as you advance on her. So yeah, she's there. She's got doggos as well. Try and do is get up top without being seen. Nailed it. She's got, yes, at least 3 dogs. Obviously, you need to point the heart at... oh yeah, because the aesthetics of your throne are the real problem, Emily. But what I want to do first is listen to the heart talk about Corvo, because it's the best. So here's that one.
A sorcerer. What other secrets did he and your mother keep? I wonder. How many times has his blade fallen? How many times has it been withheld? The great and mighty royal protector, helpless now and beaten. Corvo Tano, the well-born always whispered behind his back. He loves you. I can feel it even now. It fills me with rage. Your father was better to you than mine was to me. But he's still a liar at heart. Are you sure he can be made flesh again? Maybe he'll be like this for all the years you have left. Muscled shoulders and thick thighs. But you don't want to hear that, do you, girl?
Yeah, no, please don't tell me about Corvo's thick thighs.
Yes. Yes. You must get near her.
Yeah. I want to tell me more about how handsome Corvo is. He is very handsome. Anyway, so we just sneak up.
You're off the mark.
Oh, for God's sake. because I don't want to... There we go. Should be good enough. Nailed it.
My spirit returns.
And for some reason the dogs just cease to exist.
To the canvas, and I will show you my vision.
Just crumbles. Bye, Jasmine. Bye, Delilah. Nothing left now. Love that sad bit, Dad. Right, we're going to go with the non-lethal version, or at least prep it, so we can put that there. Serious levels of dark magic going on. Good. And now we get to go inside the painting, which is titled "The World as It Should Be."
She dreams about.
And it's basically just everyone turned to stone in adoration. You know, like everybody constantly doing nothing but admiring Delilah, which is fairly like grim. Ah, well, okay. So what I'm gonna do it really, really pro by not fighting her at all, because you know what the game is expecting you to do is just walk down the staircase, and you know it turns out, oh, it wasn't really her, it's a decoy, and now we've got to fight. There's a squillion different clones of her and stuff. There's loads of them, and the point is that you don't really know which is the real one, and all that stuff. But the real way to do it, so that she never detects you at all, yeah, I'll show you. I hope I quick saved in the right place. I think I did. Yeah, okay. So instead of just walking towards her, what we're going to do is come off down the side here. And there's a staircase around the back. You need to have at least agility to do this, obviously if you've got far reach. So under no powers mode, yeah, you need to put a point in. I think you can still get agility. But anyway, so that's the real Delilah, and the one on the throne is an illusion. And she's, you know, doing her little magic to maintain the illusion. So we can just grab her without ever...
If I put Delilah on the throne, the painting should trap her in her own fantasy world.
Yeah, so now we can... Oh, I should use my Undertaker bone charm to walk slightly faster. Where is it? There it is. Ah, but not so fast that I fall to my death. Oops, sorry. No! Oh, gosh! I can't believe I dropped her and she died. Oh no! Okay, let's do that again. But yeah, so that's the real sneaky way of doing it. Because yes, the one on the throne is a decoy, not the real one. Which is not unlike if you fight her. I know, I'm so stupid. If you fight her as Dowd, instead of like just doing the painting magic, you know, you have to fight like several versions of her, and she's all got her. The other thing is you've got to come at her from behind. You can, I think, like sort of vault over rather than going down and then up again. But because she's got, you know, she's looking out towards the courtyard. Absolutely. Over here.
If I put Delilah on the throne, The painting should trap her in her own...
Right, now I can change my bone charm without dropping her because I'm not actually carrying her. Good job, me.
In fantasy world.
Be very careful. Sneaky. Dropsy. There we go. Yeah, so, like, as a boss arena goes, it's quite interesting. You have, you know, you can get all the way up onto the walls over here, and, you know, but yeah, it's not a nice fight. I mean, I don't enjoy fighting the normal witches, let alone Delilah. No, bring her with me.
I have to eliminate Delilah one way or the other.
Did I just? I did. I left her behind. Where is she? There she is. Hopeless.
You wanted to rule a world of your own, Delilah.
Anyway, so now...
So be it.
We pop her on the throne. That will undo all her magic. Turn her mortal, trap her inside the painting again. Something like that. Don't know why I'm hiding.
At last, what I've always deserved. My justice. Now what's always been marred and distorted will be perfect. I've waited so long. Sing my songs and lick my flesh. Worship me.
So weird. I don't quite follow the logic. But anyway. The idea is that we've given her a fantasy world where she'll be queen forever. So, like, she's not going to try and break out of it, whereas before, when she was just trapped in the void, she knew that that wasn't what she wanted, so obviously she was trying to escape, whereas now she doesn't know that she's not in the real world. You know, she just thinks her magic worked. Anyway, I can get Corvo back now. Hi, babe. Got a beautiful salt and pepper beard.
Emily,
so
what happened?
Let's sit down. I'll explain it all.
Get that man a cup of tea. Why did I get hostiles killed 3? I got 2 burned. Did I get a 3rd one? Maybe I did. I don't remember. Yeah, got all the important collectibles. But yeah, so in the Coven's Wake, that's the bottom one, you get the little action for having used the microphone. That's what you were asking way earlier. But yeah, and now we get the epilogue. We get to see which ending I get. I mean, I know which ending I'm getting, but you know what I mean. It's just nice to appreciate. And also, you get the artwork over the credits is also really lovely. Thank you. I didn't check my full playtime. I have to do that. It's probably
and
like
so a man born with
15 hours or something stupid.
Ruling with empathy for those not born in a palace. The people were surprised by this sudden turn, but did not question their good fortune. In Dunwall, without ever realizing it, Delilah passed into an imagined world where her father's promises were fulfilled and her subjects would love her forever as she sailed the ocean with a great fleet and trekked across the Pendician wastes. While in the true capital, Emily the Just, Emily the Clever, ruled for decades over a prosperous, mended empire with Corvo Attano by her side. In his day, Anton Sokolov fired the engines of industry, hurtling the empire into a more sophisticated age. He dallied with nobles, wayward artists, and great inventors alike, drinking in all that life could offer. Leaving Dunwall for the last time, He headed to the cold north, contented at last, on a final voyage to take him home. There are things that never change, no matter how hard you try. Questions you must answer. As Megan Foster faded from the world, Billy Lurk stepped from her shadow, setting out to discover her truest self.
I love the Dowd. It's just, you know, it's just so effortlessly standing there with his, you know, foot propped up on the wall, looking just so cool. Love that boy. And then we get some jamming music over the credits. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. No? See it? Yeah, we go. I wish I still had my violin. I don't anymore, but it would be great to learn to play the fiddle parts on most of the soundtrack.
On the sands of sweet Serkonos did we bathe in the sun, sharing grapes from Pulero when you were the only one.
On the streets of Karnaca, I met you long ago.
It never ceases to amuse me when you see people's like handles in the credits of things, you know, rather than just their name. You get to find out what stupid thing they're known as on the internet.
And when morning bells rang, only then we exhaled.
Anyway, yeah. So there we go. That's the end. Yeah. So I'll probably carry on, well, you know, start a new run of Death of the Outsider to follow up from this. So it's, you know, the direct sequel or whatever. I should try and like work out a better, more fixed schedule for when I should stream. I'm thinking maybe like 3 times a week is probably a good, like not overdoing it too much. Are there any days that are like particularly good for you in terms of like, because my attention in the I'm a really bad evening gamer. I have to play in the daytime, so like Friday and Saturday afternoons or something like that. Is that good with you? So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to go with, just to start with anyway. And then, like, I don't know, maybe like Tuesday, Friday and Saturday or something. Anyway, I will update my schedule on the old Twitcheroony and then we can find out. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining me. I'm going to put the VODs up on YouTube as well, so yeah. Yes, so yeah, that should... I'll get started on Death of the Outsider tomorrow, and then yeah, probably Tuesday, and then Friday, and then yes, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays sounds balanced, you know, rather than completely overdoing it, or for that matter, underdoing it. Yep. So Death of the Outsider tomorrow. Thank you for joining me, and see you then. Bye. Jonathan, good. You found my Twitter, right? It should be linked from my Twitch somewhere. Anyway, follow me on Twitter, say hi, all that good stuff. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye!